Okay, we're good.
We're live?
We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Noah Williams Show. My name is Noah Williams, and I will be your host. We have no co-host today, so now let's move on to our special guest. Start with you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sam Regal. I think all of you know me out there in Niles Nation. Mr. Regal, Sam Regal, and I am excited to be here with Noah on the podcast, and I know that my friend, he's like family to me. We grew up together. I know my friend is ready to introduce himself. He's to the left of me, and he is
Brian McConnell, also known as the Merle in Niles, right? Welcome to the Noah Williams Show. We are honored to be here with Noah and share some insight about what he wants to talk about. So looking forward to hearing some comments.
We can't wait. We're excited. We're Red Dragons. We're fired up. We're ready to rock and roll.
All right, Noah, take it over.
All right, so first question. So I know this might sound like a stupid question, but for those that are outside of Niles, okay, for those that don't know you too well, where school did you two graduate from? I know this might sound stupid, but you know.
Are you talking about Niles High School, or are you talking about college? What do you mean?
High school, college, and college.
So I'll go first. I am a proud Niles McKinley High School graduate, alum, class of 91. We are going on year 35. 35 years since we graduated from Niles McKinley High School. I am a 1995 graduate of Baldwin Wallace University. At that time, it was Baldwin Wallace College. Also was a 4-year soccer player at BW. And then I got my master's degree from Westminster College and my principal's license from Westminster College. My master's degree is in administration. And I think that's all you wanted to know at this point, right, Noah?
Right now,
okay.
Yes. So let's go to Mr. McConnell.
Brian McConnell, I lived in Niles my whole life. Went to Bottom and Washington Elementary School, Esmond Junior High, 1991 graduate of Niles McKinley High School. Went to Kent State and YSU, got a Bachelor's of Science Education and a Master's of Education from Marygrove University. Currently, I have 29 years in education, just in Niles, and I'm the Dean of Students at the middle school, and lived in this town my whole life. It's the greatest place to live. Thank you. Noah.
So, next question. Okay. So, what made you two want to do your jobs like principal and dean of students?
Want me to go first?
Go ahead, Mr. Yeah.
You go first.
Okay, so this is a great question, Noah. Thank you for asking. And this goes back to something I didn't share, is that Mr. McConnell talked about his elementary background. So my elementary background, Mount Carmel School, where the current Board of Education office is. I was a mighty Mountie. And I had a lot of inspiration from several people in my life to decide to go into education and coaching. I'm proud to say, as Mr. McConnell mentioned, this is his 29th year in education and coaching. He's also assistant athletic director. He does it all. He's the district MVP. He is the district MVP. I want to say that again. Mr. McConnell is the district MVP. But I want to share with all of you, this is my 31st year, and I was inspired by Mr. John R. Razzo from Mount Carmel School. He was my principal at Mount Carmel. For those of you out there that went to Mount Carmel, Mr. John R. Razzo, he inspired me. Also, Mr. Rennie Pallone, he was our social studies teacher, junior high basketball and football coach. I knew when I was about 14 years old, from the inspiration of guys like Mr. Razzo and Mr. Pallone, that I wanted to be a history teacher, coach, and eventually a principal. Then in high school, I was inspired by many. My coaches, Mr. Lastic, my principal, was a super guy. Talk about the face of Niles, Mr. Lastic. Great inspiration to me. Obviously, very fortunate also to be raised by an amazing grandmother and my dad. God bless them. Miss them every day. Think about them all the time. And I love being a Red Dragon. I love Niles. I love being here. I love being at the middle school. I love coaching. Been coaching 31 years. Head coach to the girls soccer program twice. Currently assistant coach. Loving coaching with Coach McMillan. The GOAT of soccer in not just Niles, but in the state, in the country. Love that guy. Love being here. Love being with Noah. And Mr. McConnell's ready to go next, baby. Woo!
I think we can finally get Mr. Regal to be quiet for a minute. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, both my parents were both educators, so I grew up in an educational field my whole life. Again, always wanted to be a teacher. I always wanted to help kids and people. That's I think that's the best thing about anything in life is giving back to your community and giving back to your kids that other people gave to you when you were in school. So like you, as Mr. Regal said, my parents were big influences on my life and being teachers. My brother's a teacher, and also like Mr. Lashley, we had great people that I actually had for school, then taught with them later on in life. Like Mr. Ift, Mr. Zubik was there. There's all kinds of people you could go back. Mr. Gastrava, he was now passed away. Just great people that made a difference in people's lives, and that's why I wanted education to make a difference in people's lives and trying to make the community and the school system better every day. Thank you, Noah.
You're welcome. So let's talk about coaching now. Mr. Regal, what inspired you into coaching?
Wow, that's a really good question, Noah. I have to tell you, I was influenced by one of the guys that I could say that had a lot of impact on me on a coaching end. Rob Merlo, Niles, Ohio, Niles alum, Niles grad. He was on the first ever boys soccer team, 1983 fall, and then he graduated in 84. He was my high school assistant coach when I was playing high school soccer. Him and Coach Comachista had a lot of influence on me. I've been very close with the Merlo family ever since Rob was my coach, and have had the pleasure of, since that time, having the opportunity to coach Merlo's family members. And then from there, with that influence with guys like him, when I went to college and played college soccer, Coach Oberholzer had a great influence on me as well. He was not just an inspiring coach, but he also taught me a lot about the importance of teamwork, chemistry, passion, having passion for what you do. And I believe that if there's something that I have that's a very strong suit of mine, I have many faults, as everybody knows that knows me, but passion for what you do. And so I saw the passion from guys like Coach Merlo, Coach Oberholzer, and from that I was like, man, I think I would love to do this someday. Be a teacher, be a coach, maybe be a principal. I had guys like Mr. Razzo, Mr. Lastic to look up to. Many, many people that you could talk about to look up to. I also think that with the value of coaching, I learned a lot about work ethic, and I learned a lot about character, integrity, and what it's about as far as being a team. And I learned a lot of that from my grandmother, Carrie Regal. Came from Italy, 2 years old, and you know what? The rest is history. Lived to be 98, and she worked as a nurse to her late 80s, and she taught me the value of hard work, teamwork, commitment, dedication, and the value of everybody to your left, to your right, in front of you, behind you is equally important. And when you're coaching and you're trying to be successful, everybody equally important. Whether you play 80 minutes or you play 1 minute, we are a team and we have a journey. And I love the journey of coaching, and I love being with my second family during the season. And that is also what I love about coaching, is I get to do it here in Niles. Dragon Pride citywide, baby.
Well, yeah. Again, I was around athletics my whole life. My dad coached football and baseball in high school, so I was always either going to two-a-day practices with him. I also really enjoyed what coaching is. You're developing student athletes, which I think is important. It's discipline. Sports give you discipline. I always had the saying that if you don't have discipline, you have nothing, no matter what you do in life. That's playing sports, that's going to school, that's going to work, that's anything in life. If you don't have discipline, you have nothing. And you need discipline to build programs. You need discipline in your workplace and make people go to work and do their jobs. That's the most important thing. So I think that I coached for many years. I still like being around sports, and in my spare time, I do watch sports on TV a lot: baseball, basketball, football. I do go to a lot of games, and I do like helping the younger kids come develop and become Red Dragons. And there's no other place I do it here but here at Niles.
And Mr. McConnell became a huge soccer fan this year. He was actually on the sidelines with us during our long tournament run, and he learned a lot. And who knows, he might be a soccer coach someday too.
Maybe, yeah.
That'd be awesome. So anyway, so with the coaching, so I'll have a next question. What got you two getting so loud? What got your two's loudness to a point?
Well, you know what, Noah? I actually I'm gonna go.
Let's just say this. What made you two the loudest principal and dean of students in the whole country?
Well, you know what, Noah? I think the loudness and the rah-rah and the craziness that Mr. McConnell and I have, it's the passion and the emotions that we wear on our sleeve. It's probably not for everybody, and I'm sure there are some people that are like, man, these guys are intense and crazy all day long. But it's who we are. You see what you get with Mr. McConnell and I. I grew up with Mr. McConnell. He is family to me. Our families were always close. And his mom and dad, Mr. and Mrs. McConnell, great passion for education and coaching, and just what you see from them is the same thing I saw growing up with who I was raised by. And so I just think that, you're drawn to people who are direct, who have passion, who have pride, who have intensity. I will say this on a personal side, my parents were both profoundly deaf. And I do believe that part of the reason for me speaking so loudly growing up and being as loud as I am has to do with the fact that I was raised by parents who were deaf, and I think that I learned a lot about just naturally just started to talk louder. Interestingly enough, if you knew my grandma, if you think I'm loud, Mr. McConnell can attest to this. When he would call me when we were kids growing up, he would put the phone all the way back here because she'd blow out your eardrum. So I think that there's that natural loudness from having that on a personal side. You know what? And maybe it's a little bit of my Italian-American roots because I love being Italian and I love living in Niles and I got pride in being who I am. And you know what? I wear the passion and I like doing it. And this is why I'm here, Noah, for you, Mr. McConnell, and Niles Nation. Woo!
All right.
Wow, this is for Mr. H out there. People have different styles, Mr. H. Different styles. So
Styles differ.
Different styles, different ways of doing things. So some people are calm, some people are intense. I think sometimes that energy in the morning, you got to bring energy to your job. If you don't show energy, how do you expect your students and players to be energetic and enthused? And then you have to get into the game. Especially at lower levels, you almost got to coach every single play because they're just learning how to play. So you have to be totally into the game, and you have to show that you care. There's other ways of caring. Some people are soft-spoken, some are very passionate. We just, I guess it's just our personalities. When my people are quiet, we just are loud and try to have a good time and also have discipline at the same time.
And Mr. McConnell, could you clarify for Niles Nation, who, in case they don't know, who is H, by the way?
H is Ken Flanagan. He's the cool guy in Niles. He thinks he knows everything, and he has different styles. He likes different styles.
Different styles. Styles differ. H, a little shout out for you to the coolest guy in Niles. H. Flanagan.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this one new taco place that I tried in downtown Warren.
Take it over, Noah.
Woo!
So this place I ate at, I forget the.
Tell me where it's at. It's an old Burger King.
It's at where the former Burger King used to be. It's near the courthouse in downtown Warren. For those that don't know what Warren is, it's the county seat for Trumbull County. It's right near the courthouse, the Trumbull County Courthouse. There's a Burger King. It used to be a Burger King. Now it's a street taco place. It's really good. And I mean, I had a walking taco with some cheese in it and some meat, and I tried some Mexican Coca-Cola with the cane sugar instead of that high fructose that you see in American pop. You know what I mean?
Would you recommend that place to everybody going? It's new.
Yes,
Yeah, what do you
big
say?
time, big
Yeah.
time. They'll make those tacos right in front of you. It'll be-
Yeah.
So you recommend this? You're giving this shout out to this new restaurant for
Yes, big time. And I'm gonna talk about my experience in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Okay, I went to the club there. I went to one of the clubs at night. With three of my friends. It was fun in the club. There was a lot of people in there. It was jam packed. It was what I expected. Lights everywhere. Lights. There was lasers. It was just fun.
Is it El Rincan? Is that it right there?
Called Gordo's.
Gordo's
Oh.
Authentic, right?
So you had a great time in Miami, and Mr. McConnell. What
Yeah.
was the name of that restaurant again?
Gordo's
Gordo's.
Authentic Street Tacos.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that kind of food. I was just at El Jalapeno last night, as a matter of fact, after our Soccer Coaches Association meeting. Love El Jalapeno. We're gonna have to try that place one day.
That's I try all kind. I know I like Mexican food. I'll eat Chinese food.
You eat it all.
What's your favorite food, Noah?
Big
for
boofer.
Chinese. For Chinese, I only eat General Tso's chicken.
General Tso's chicken. That's good. That's
That's
good.
good
With
stuff.
with the rice, that's pretty much that's just the normal thing I eat. I don't eat orange chicken or Howland chicken.
You
You don't touch the orange
Yeah,
chicken.
we don't say the H word.
And
Right?
You said it.
Town up north chicken. Town up north chicken.
Off of 46.
No orange chicken. Let me tell you a story about let me tell you this funny story. So for those that don't know Howland, it's our biggest rival in Niles, okay? Howland's one of our biggest rivals. We don't call them Howland. I call them that town up north. Okay?
And what's
Kind of
Mr.
like
Eagle
Ohio
call 'em?
State and, team up north.
What's Mr. Eagle call
The school off of
him?
46.
School off 46, huh? We're both thinking the same way, right, Noah?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And I remember Mr. Regal, he told me a story about Woody Hayes when he ran out of gas.
Yeah, tell the story, Noah. Go ahead.
So Woody Hayes, okay, legendary Ohio State coach, okay? So he ended up running out of gas in Michigan, or the state up north, what we call it. So what happened was when he ran out of gas and his car turned off, he refused all gas from Michigan. Instead, he pushed his car all the way to Ohio and filled his tank up in Ohio. Absolute legend for that.
How you like that, Buckeye Nation? Woo!
And you know what? Now that I heard that story, if I was to go to an Ohio State at Ann Arbor, I'm going to make sure I fill my tank up in Toledo and then cross up.
I like that, Noah. That would be just like if the three of us were driving, on 46 near the school off of 46. We would push our car back to Niles
Yes, sir.
before we buy gas in that place. Right, Noah?
Yeah, we wouldn't go up in town up north. No Meijer, no Sam's Club, no Sheetz.
Dragon Pride citywide.
We go to the Get-Go right across from a CVS.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
or
sir.
Country Fair or Speedway or the Red Dragon Convenient, right?
That's right. I like that, Noah.
So let me talk about this. I'm going to talk about downtown Miami too. When I went to downtown Miami, I'm going to talk about this. I've been to a bunch of downtowns, okay? I've been to downtown Pittsburgh. I've been to downtown Cleveland. Been to downtown Columbus. I've been to downtown San Antonio. And now I've been to downtown Miami. I'm going to be honest with you. Downtown Miami absolutely crushes when it comes to how beautiful it is. Downtown Miami, in my opinion, is the most beautiful downtown in the country. in my opinion.
That's a pretty
Wow.
steep. That's a steep statement there.
That is. That's strong.
In the country.
Wow. In the country.
Country, you really?
I seen downtown. I never been to Chicago.
New York?
I've been to
Never-
Chicago. I've never been to Miami.
How about New York?
You
I
been to
never
New York
been
City?
to New York City.
Ooh, okay.
Not yet. I haven't been to New York City or
New York City's happening.
New York City is a big city.
Oh, Chicago. Oh,
Chicago's
nice, great town. Yeah. Miami I've never been to, but I'll be going to Miami this summer because my wife and I are going on a cruise. We're going to be flying into Miami and then going on a cruise.
You managed this guy on a cruise?
Oh,
Oh my God.
bottled energy. They better have a track for me to run.
Oh, Miami, you'll love it. Trust me, you'll love it there. One restaurant I ate at in downtown Miami is, you guys won't believe this. I ate at Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
big time.
That's huge.
Big
One of
time.
the greatest chefs in the world.
What'd you have there?
Yeah.
I ate a $95 steak and a $20 mac and cheese.
Holy moly.
Man, what kind of steak was it?
It was like a 20-ounce ribeye bone in.
Good.
I ate that thing to the bone.
How do you like your steak cooked, Noah?
Well done.
Me too. I'm a well done guy too. I like well done.
No blood.
Huh?
No,
No
blood,
blood.
Noah.
Well, right, Noah?
Yeah, so let me talk, so Jason Bussey said, Dragon Nation, that's in America. Downtown Niles is about the pop.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, J Bus.
Woo!
A shout out to Niles Payne, J Bus.
J Bus now.
J Bus.
Let's give a shout out to our sponsors.
Who we got?
Niles Paint LLC, Jason Bussey,
Wow, I didn't even know he was a sponsor. J Bus, you're a legend.
Woo!
and Mr. Reuter Plumbing of Youngstown
Oh,
by
that
Joe
guy.
Kowalski.
Mr. Reuter, I want to tell you something that I hope you're hearing this because you know how the soccer team appreciated all your support for soccer. The meals, the transportation when we went to the regional finals. You, my man, I really want to thank you from the girls soccer program and just for anyone that just not just supported us, but just loves Niles and Niles athletics in general. I know that you treated us really well.
He does a lot
on
for
our
now.
run.
Mr. Reuter does a lot for now.
You're awesome.
He's a good guy.
A shout out to you too.
Mr. Reuter.
You talk about Mr. Reuter and Jay Bus. Those two guys right there are at the top of the list, no doubt.
And I'm also going to shout out to Jalen Brewer. You know, she wanted to talk. She said she misses you guys. Jalen Brewer.
Oh, yeah, Jalen. Yeah,
Jalen.
Jalen.
2022.
Jalen, remember you used to always like to talk about Jalen. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Brewer's sister. Yep.
Oh yeah, Mark. I like Mark.
Yeah, good guy.
I saw Mark at a lot of the football games this year.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Yeah,
real? I
yeah.
see him too. I see him quite a bit too. So, yeah. So that's, we just, we keep it cool. Martin's been in here a bunch of times. Travis been in here a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, all your
Travis
close
Gotts.
friends going back to your middle school days. Never forget your roots, right? Right, Noah?
Never forget your roots.
That's right. Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to give a little bit. So what I usually do is I give like a little bit for if any guest caller wants to call in, like if Mrs. Dilla wants to call or anybody wants to call, she can call like while we're live.
How cool.
And she could talk like, to us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, stop. That show yet. Thank you, Mr. Bussey.
Oh, but what a compliment.
Well, you're a heck of a host,
Wow.
Noah.
What a compliment. Noah, you're awesome.
Yes. So
What
all
a fun
right.
day this has been, Noah.
Hey, no, what do you think we should discuss our little firework negotiation up here today?
Woo!
Huh?
There's a rivalry.
Talk.
Man, Mr. Mulligan's watching. You think he is?
Oh, Kurt McKeeta's out there.
All right. Look at this. America turns 250
Can you believe that? 250 years old. Wow.
of our country. Yes.
Yeah.
So let me
Name
tell
us-
you this. I got a big show coming this year.
We'll be here.
Bigger than last year by a lot.
So, Noah, is this going to be the year that you officially overtake Bonnie Bray?
Big time.
Oh, my God. That's a bold statement from Noah, the host. That's a bold statement.
We have
Yeah,
a
Bonnie
no
Bray-
contract signed.
Bonnie Bray won't have a chance.
Noah, speaking of that, now I don't want to avoid my opportunity to throw a little history in there. 250 years as a nation coming up, July 4th, 1776. I got a trivia question for you, Noah. Name the 2 presidents that died on the 50th anniversary celebration of the United States of America. I'll give you a hint. President number 2, President number 3, both signers of the Declaration of Independence, 2 of our founding fathers.
Oh, you got it.
John Adams and Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah! I knew it! I knew it!
Yeah.
Woo!
My man knows his history.
This guy knows it right here. Yes! Mr.
They
McCall,
died
that
right
fires
on
us
the
up.
same day.
2 history guys.
Good job, Noah.
Woo!
Good job.
So let's do a little more history. Who was? This is an easy one. George Washington, our first president, right?
Yeah.
Number 1.
Number 1. Who's our current president?
Good boy.
Oh boy, you know the answer to that. You want
Donald J.
You
Trump.
got it, Noah. There you go. That's the current president.
Yep. So he's the 45th and 47th. He's the second president to serve non-consecutive terms.
Noah, trivia question for you. What president of the United States served the most years in office?
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
This guy knows
Oh,
his stuff right
Wow,
now.
that's impressive.
Nice
That's
job.
very
And
good.
that's when the Constitution made where you can where presidents got limited to 2 terms after his
Yes.
death.
Yes, right?
Yep. Noah, you're on top of it, man. You are a smart guy. Mrs. White, Mrs. Dilla, you did a heck of a job with this guy in the middle school. And everybody at the high school, shout out to you.
Mr. Shaner, Mr. Sprague.
Amazing. That's where it's at. Niles
Mrs.
City
Burnham.
Schools. Noah, did you come through
Mr.
Niles
TC.
City Schools K through 12? K-12?
Yeah, but I was in the county unit in kindergarten, but I
Okay.
was in Niles.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little story about Noah, but we won't even say it on the air. But when he went to the high school, right? He sent over this little jar, right? And Mr. Fritz, it was called a swear jar. So every
Well,
time,
Mr. Fritz had a smoke jar. Because Mr. Fritz
He
used
did.
to
like the
smoke.
pop, like the
right
pop,
outside the door. Woo!
like the puff off like Jimmy Leland. Yeah.
This is what Mr. Fritz would do outside that school.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Mr. Fritz.
Yeah. Anyways, you got a swear jar. So every time me and Mr. Riggle would ever swear anywhere, we had to put money
There'll
into
be
the jar.
I'll be a trillionaire and
We have a tendency
Even-
to slip.
And guess what? And even Mr. Ganeri said the first time I came up with it was, Noah, you're gonna be rich. and he was right. He was right.
Oh,
Mr.
boy.
Ganeri was right. Mr. Mike Ganeri. Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have Mr. Mike Ganeri, but I had his brother T.C. Ganeri.
Good guys.
Good guys.
Yeah.
Great guy. You want to talk about baseball legends? Niles, Ohio, right here in Red Dragon Land. 2 Niles McKinley alumni Hall of Famers, Mike Ganeri, T.C. Ganeri, and also their dad, Mr. Ganeri. So that's a good family right there.
Yeah.
That's
baseball.
dragon lore right there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I gotta tell you, I remember y'all getting eager in that middle school from the drinking fountain. Remember?
Oh, yeah. No, we get a little bit of passion. I got a good Noah Williams story. Mr. McConnell telling a great one about the swear jar. Mr. McConnell and I were shadowed by Noah Williams. We were honored. He wanted to shadow the 2 of us last year in his senior year.
And my junior year.
And his
too.
junior year, that's right. 2 years in a row, he shadowed us. In his senior year, though, he got to be in something that he just loved because it was his element. Mr. McConnell coordinates this amazing 5th grade visit to Niles Middle School. The staff comes, Mr. Staff, Mr. Fazline, they all come, the 5th graders. And it's an opportunity for our middle school staff and for our student leaders to showcase Niles Middle School. We make it a pep rally atmosphere. So Noah was so excited. He had his red and blue on, and he came to the middle school last year for this event. He didn't know we were doing it, and when he got there, he was so pumped. Him and I and Mr. McConnell beating on the drum, running, screaming, yelling, and leading chants. Noah, do you remember that? How much fun was that?
Oh, I missed that time. I gotta tell you, that was a year ago. Not too long ago, yeah.
We just did our 5th grade one the other day. What an event Mr. McConnell put together. By the way, Mr. McConnell, my man, district MVP.
Man, I remember making a speech to those 5th graders too. Just, listen to you young kids, okay? Listen, whatever you set your mind to, you can do. Listen, there's all kinds of things you can do in this world, and you can do whatever you set your mind to, you can do. Don't ever let someone say you can't do it.
That's right.
It's great advice.
Get it done.
Just
Get it
grind. Get out there and grind.
Yeah.
I love it, Noah.
So, yeah, anyway, anything else maybe?
You know what, Noah? If you have any questions further for Mr. McConnell, great. If not, man, I tell you, I have been...
This has been an honor to be on the show.
An honor and a privilege.
I never thought we'd be asked.
I did not.
In my year,
and
right
you know
here.
what, Noah? What I like is whether we end up being your favorite show or not by the people out there, we just love being a part of it. And it's a team. Everybody that's on this show, we're all equally important.
Team.
Red Dragons in the Niles school community. No place better. No place better on earth.
Sing your kids here. We got culture.
Red Dragon culture, baby.
Okay,
Mr. McConnell
so-
is the culture king.
Okay, next episode, we will have Randy DeCoste come on. So,
Randy DeCoste.
we'll welcome him on next. This upcoming Sunday. So we'll just, we'll have some coordinates with that, all right? So,
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Niles Nation,
Go
thanks for
Niles,
watching.
go Dragons.
Go Dragons.
all right, I will see y'all in another video. I want to thank Mr. Regal and Mr. McConnell for making this episode way louder and bringing in the decibels here.
Yeah!
Yeah. No, let's do a Red Dragon chant before we get off. Ready? We're going to count the 3 and say go Niles on 3. The 3 of us. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go Niles! Yeah! Woo! Let's go! Yeah! Woo! Woo!
All right, I'll see you guys in another video and cut.
Yeah! That was great, Noah! You did a great job!
I don't
You
know.
did a great job, Noah.
How do I get on here, Noah? Check me out
Look
here.
at all this stuff right here, Noah.
Jalen Brewer.
Oh my gosh, see I'm not on Facebook, so I don't see any of that stuff.
No, look. How's it on here? So I go here. Oh, wait.